Ha ha ha! Hello, this is Big Bang Bot. Now, a couple of weeks ago or so, I made this video where you could vote for my next review. And unsurprisingly, nobody gave a beep. But, what did surprise me is that 3 people liked the video and put in comments, and 2 of those people didn't even vote. And oh my god, I just enjoyed my goddamn. I can't do the So, you know, I had 3 games that people vote for, and since only 1 person voted, that means Crash Bandicoot 3 and Sly Cooper. I'm sorry, mates, but nobody voted for you. I can't review you. Sorry. I'll get to you guys later. But there is some good news. Mikey Ober's voted. You may be a cruel person sometimes, but other times you're not that cruel. So thank you for being the only voter. So you know what that means? That means I'm gonna have to review Madagascar. Mad a gas car. Sounds like he made a Madagascar to me, which sounds weird because how can gas cars be mad? But oh well. Hello, this is Big Bang Bot, and today I will be reviewing Madagascar for the Nintendo GameCube. Yay! Wait. I can't believe I've stressed this before, but am I the only one who thinks that Nintendo is a stupid name? Am I the only one who thinks that GameCube is an even stupider name, and mixing the two together just adds to complete stupidness? I mean, it's just so stupid. Well, the console is great, but the mixture between those 2 words is just so, or technically 3 words, it's just so god awful. But enough about ranting about the console and the company and not the game. Anyway, this is of course based on the movie made back in 2005. Wait, maybe I should go and get my DVD. Okay, so I'll come back with that. Got it! But yeah, the movie came out in 2005. This game is based on the movie, and the movie's pretty good. It's a movie from my childhood, and I rewatched it and I really like it. I still like it. Now, surely it received mixed reviews, but hey, what the beef, I still like it. The characters are memorable, the movie's enjoyable, it's funny, and overall I really like the movie. But I'm here to review the game on the game Cube, the Cube of Games. But anyway, this game was released roughly around the same time of the movie. As in, it was released in North America back in May of 2005, and it's released in Europe on that day. Oh, I can't stand looking at it any longer. And it was released in Japan in August of 2005. Just like the movie. Now, of course, this game was released on multiple consoles. It was released on the PS2, GameCube, Xbox, all up there! And there was also a PC version, and the GBA and the DS version. Now, the console version and the PC version were all pretty much the exact same game, and the GBA and DS versions were the exact same games to each other. And of course, I'm playing the GameCube version. That's what I prefer to call the console, shut up. And I used to have the PS2 version, but you know, I sold it. But they're both exactly the same game, so I don't need to say anything else about that. And you know what? I should probably start playing the game. And in Japan, the Xbox and PC versions weren't released over there, but they released in Korea. But they didn't get any of the other versions, so that's a bit of a, you know, thing. But anyway, I'm just gonna put this game in the console. The game basically follows the same plot as the movie, so you know what? Go watch the movie, it's pretty good, I really like it, and it certainly doesn't deserve the 55% that reviewers on Rotten Tomatoes gave the movie. Seriously, Man have still got 1% higher than this, and that movie was terrible. This movie's great. I don't know why critics would be so harsh on it. But anyway, gameplay time! The game is a basic 3D point A to point B platformer, and yeah, that's something. Now in this game you can play as the main 4 characters from the movie. First you've got Alex the Lion, who basically runs around like all of them. He can double jump, he can roar. He can even throw coconuts. That's right. Beeping mangoes! Yes, I did call them coconuts by accident. I'm sozzers. He can also claw enemies in the last level of the game, but he still has the ability, so that's something. Then there's Marty the Zebra, who can kick things, he can long jump, he can slide long jump, as unintentional as it is, and yeah, he's got moves. Then there's Gloria the Hippo, she can butt bounce. Fun fact, it is actually called a butt bounce, and because it was called a butt bounce, the game was rated E10+ in North America. She can also roll, and she can do a hip cheek attack, which both attack enemies. And she can eat peppers, which make her charge, and make her able to break rocks. And last but not least, out of the main 4 is Melman the Giraffe. He can jump, he can do this helicopter attack, he can spin, and he can use his head to bash things, and he can also throw beep, including coconut!
As much as I want to complain...
I am kind of surprised, however, that you don't have to get the character that you want, and then put that character onto some magical portal thingy, and then you're able to play them as them in the game. Because, you know, this game was made by the same people who made Skylanders. You get what I'm saying? Huh?
Okay, I get it. Can you please just shut up?
Alright, 12-year-old me, don't get so angry, it was only a little joke. Trust me, 12-year-old me, you will still be horrified about the future. I know that for a fact. But you will get 1,000 subscribers in 2015. I promise you, you will! Compared to your measly 60 subscribers. And trust me, in only a year's time from when you're living, you will fear the month of June. Especially the 30th day. Trust me, you will. I know that for a fact. There is someone that you know that you will end up really not liking, and you will fear them. You will remember them every day of your life, and it won't be too pleasant. So remember that. Okay? Good.
Okay, I get it. Can you please just shut up?
Now that was just rude. I was telling you about the future, and it's 100% true, and you're telling me to shut up. Fine. I'll go. Goodbye, 12-year-old me. Enjoy being mean. You get it? Me. Mean. Oh, it's dreadful, I know. But I'll just shut up now and carry on with the review. And your reviews will get better. I promise you that as well. Fine, I'll just carry on with the beeping review. Instead, the game goes with the approach that when you reach a certain trigger, you will change characters, and then you'll play as that character. However... There are 2 levels with these totem poles where you can switch between any character you like. Well, the second one you can't choose Alex, but you can still choose a character. Once you've chosen that character, you'll be able to play as that character. But you can't play as the penguins, which is kind of disappointing. But, you know, the penguins would eventually get their own spin-off show and movie and a ton of their own games, so it's okay. Oh, excuse me. There are also coins in this game, and there are 100 in each level. You collect these coins just by walking into them. There are 2 types of silver ones which give you 1 and the gold ones which give you 5. And with these coins, you can go to the souvenir shop. Oh my god, that is so beeping funny! Clever! I'm being sarcastic. Anyway, in the souvenir shop, you can buy extras to put on your characters to dress them up. You can buy some health upgrades, and you can even buy some mini games. So yeah, that's cool. And as for the mini games, there are a grand total of 3 of them. First, you've got Tiki Mini Golf, which you can play to up to 6 players. And once you've chosen the amount of players you want, you can choose your character. And there's a grand total of 6 for you to choose. Anyway, once you've chosen your character, you can start playing mini golf. And it's a pretty basic mini golf game, although it's actually pretty fun. The holes are pretty challenging, it's quite interesting and fun, and overall it is a little fun thing to do. And it could be even more fun in 6-player mode, even if you're the only one, and it's quite a fun mode. The only problem is that there's only one 9-hole course. It would be nice if there were a few more courses, or at the very least an 18-hole course, but no, there's just one 9-hole course, which is a shame because these mini golf courses are actually quite cool and I do like them, which is kind of sad, but hey, it's still fun what there is. I just wish there was a bit more in this mini game. There's also shuffleboard, where there are 3 courses. Now why aren't there 3 courses for mini golf? Once you've chosen the course, you can pick the amount of points you want, then you can pick between 8 characters, half of which weren't even in the movie! Yeah, once you've chosen your character, you have to choose another one for player 2. And once you've chosen that character, you can start shuffleboarding. This is basic old shuffleboard. You have to shuffle your way to the end. You need to get as close to the end as possible, but still not fall off. It's really challenging, and I do kind of enjoy it. It is a bit long and it's not the funnest thing in the world, but it's not bad by any means, and you may find some enjoyment in it. So yeah, it's cool. Although I do kind of wish that, you know, it was a bit more fun, but still not bad. Still liked it overall. And there's one more mini game. There's Lima Rave, where you choose a song, and then you choose your difficulty, you choose your mode, and then you find out that it's mother beeping DDR! Wow! It's just DDR! Well, at least it's kind of fun, but still, it's DDR. That's all I have to say. It's bloomin' DDR. I don't need to say anything else. DDR, DDR, DDR. That's what I have to say. And that's the end of that. Now these 3 minigames are fun, while you do need to unlock a lot of the extras, such as all of the characters and boards and shuffleboarding, the songs in Lima Rave, and the 6-player mode in golf, but they are still fun little distractions from the main game, and yeah, I do like them, to be honest. There are neat little distractions, so that's cool. One more thing about the game is that there are free power cards in some levels. Now all you've got to do is pick up these free power cards. And once you pick up all 3 of them, you will gain a new ability. The first one you gain with Marty is a kick. I just cannot believe he needed a beeping card to learn how to kick. Imagine if you had to do that in real life. This door. Look at this door. It's shut. I could open it, but I want to kick it open, but I don't know how to kick. How am I supposed to kick if I don't know how to kick? Wait, what are those over there? The Japanese versions of the original Ratchet & Clank trilogy? Awesome!
Losers don't seem to mess around.
One thing I find weird is that there's this level where Marty magically gains a slide ability, which you never learn in the earlier levels, which is just really weird. I don't know why you don't have to collect cards for it. Maybe the creators forgot to put in cards which make you do it, or it was supposed to come with a sneak ability, but it didn't originally. I don't know what the reason is. I mean, when it comes to this game's development, all Wikipedia mentions is that it was rated E10 plus and America's glorious butt bounce. But, you know, stuff happens sometimes. And here's one thing which kind of confuses me, and it's kind of disappointing. Now, in this game, whenever you collect power cards and when in a later level and you revisit an earlier level, you will not take that power back to the earlier levels. That is just kind of weird. I mean, imagine if in Crash 3, which nobody voted for, when you got a new power-up, you could not use that new power-up in older levels. That would be kind of disappointing and sod. And that's exactly what happens in this game, which just kind of leave some disappointments because you could have used those power-ups to collect coins which you couldn't get before, which would have been kind of cool. But nope, it wasn't in there. Not a huge deal, but I always found that weird when I was a kid, so yeah. Anyway, moving on. There are also a whole bunch of mini-games in this game. Now, some of them are mandatory, but other ones are not. But whether they're mandatory or not, if you collect enough points in them, you will, and I repeat, you will get more coins, which is cool. And they're all a fun little distraction, whether they're mandatory or not. And in all of them, the extra coins that you'll get for getting a good score, you do not need to get that score, which can be a good thing, because getting a good score in some of these mini games can be really difficult, but it's optional, so you don't really need to worry too much about that. You even get to play as a whole bunch of other characters from the movie in a couple of them. Only a couple of them. Not all of them. Some of them just play as random characters who weren't even in the movie, such as this one. Look, hey, what are you gonna do? The controls in this game, well, they're controls. I can tell you that much. And they're pretty basic. To jump, you press the A button. Of course, these are GameCube controls, so shush. The B button does one attack, and the X and Y buttons do other attacks, which you usually have to unlock. So the controls are really straightforward, and they work really well. It's just surprising how well they work. They work really well with all of the characters you get to play as, and, well, they work well. I don't really have any complaints about the controls at all. They're solid, and overall they work really well. I just really like the controls. They work really well, and the physics feel really good, and overall, the controls are good. That's all I have to say. They're good. Okay? the graphics for a game released in 2005, in my opinion, they're not too bad. Surely some of the textures aren't that amazing, and good lord, the humans don't look good, even for 2005 standards. But overall, the graphics still look okay. The textures don't look too bad. The game runs at a solid frame rate. The character models for the main character all look really good, and some of the other character models don't look too bad either. Although, that's only some character models. But still, the graphics don't look bad for their time, and I still like them. I mean, the main character models look good. Textures don't look too bad in my opinion.
Where is everyone?
And overall, it's appealing enough to look at, and every level looks different from one another, so that's also a plus. And overall, the game doesn't look too bad.
You're gonna need a permit to run on the
That's
street in a berserker.
it. The music in this game is also pretty good. Now, it's not the best music in the world, but it's only better than what I was expecting. I mean, the songs are actually kind of good. They're quite good, and I enjoy them. In fact, quite a few of the songs are actually quite nostalgic to me. But I'm not going to let nostalgia blind my views of these songs. They're fun to listen to, they're nice to listen to, and overall, they're good sounding songs, and they are nice to listen to. The sound effects also sound satisfying. The voice acting, while they didn't reprise the actors for the characters, to my knowledge, the replacements they got did a really good job, and they do sound quite a bit like they did in the movie, so that is nice. I'd also like to mention that this game steals a ton of sound effects from other games, and I mean a ton. I mean, it steals sound effects from games such as 102 Dalmatians Puppies to the Rescue, Mario 64, sort of, Crash Bandicoot. Seriously, how the beep did I not notice this when I was a kid? What? I mean, I loved Crash Bandicoot when I was a kid. I played both these games roughly around the same time. How the beep did I not notice? Oh, I'm just gonna stop my angry rant. So after all, I was stupid when I was younger.
Okay, I get it. Can you please just...
You know what? You're the one who needs to shut the beep up, you annoying, stupid kid! Pac-Man World! The Cat in the Hat video game, which would eventually be used in Angry Birds, and probably many more, including stock sound effects. Now, do I have any problems with this game? Yes, there is one flaw with this game which really annoys me, and that's the fact that this game is too short. I mean, there are a grand total of 11 levels in this game, and they're not that long either, and the game could easily be beaten in a couple of hours. It's just not that long. Not to mention that the game isn't that hard either. Surely it may be challenging for a kid, and going through all the coins is definitely challenging, but the game is still not that hard, and you can easily beat it in a couple of hours. It's just quite a short game. That's all. Sure. There's not really much more to do once you beat the game. You can collect all the coins and play all the mini games, but other than that, there's not that much more to do. You do need all the coins to buy everything, and you can buy upgrades, but of course, since this game is so non-challenging, those upgrades are practically worthless. But this game does have its ups. I guess you couldn't expect the game to be too long, considering that was released on a beeping blue disc on the PS2. But, hey, whatever. First, like I said before, the graphics aren't too bad. They're not the best, obviously. But overall, they're not too bad. There are a few weird popping glitches, but never draw distance issues. And, like I said before, the music is pretty good and kind of nostalgic. And overall, the game is quite fun. Yeah, I am admitting it. The game is fun. It's really simple, like all licensed games, which is why this review isn't 10 trillion years long. It's only, I don't know,
that sweet?
2 months long. But it's still a fun game. And I do like the way how they handle the different characters. Now, they could have gone Spyro 3 and made them play all differently, and that would have just sucked, that they played so differently and they all sucked. That would have been horrible. But no, they did not go that route.
This has gotta be the right way.
In fact, you know what? They didn't do that at all. Duh. They went for the Spinal Scope's Battle for Bikini Bottom route, which means that they made the characters all different, but they didn't make them too different, and they made them similar enough. And I applaud them for that. The characters are all fun to play as, and I do approve of that. The game is extremely short and easy, but kids will still find it challenging. There's still quite a few fun things to do, and overall the game is enjoyable. I do quite like it. I can tell you that much. Overall, Madagascar is a pretty good game, actually. I remember liking this game as a kid, and you know what? I still enjoyed it to this day. Now, I do kind of regret that I saw the PS2 version, because this is a good game. The graphics are halfly good, the music's good, the gameplay's good, the game is fun, it's interesting, overall it's a pretty good game. Now what I should give it is pretty hard. Should I give it a B or a B+? Well, the game's not amazing, but it's still pretty good. I'm going with that B+, because this really is a very solid game, and I definitely recommend you pick it up. It's pretty cheap online, all 3 console versions, so you should definitely go pick this game up. Do I recommend a certain version? Well, I would go for the PC version, honestly. Now, I've only played the PS2 gaming version, but I say PC because the PC version takes like 2 seconds to level, and that is super fast. And console versions take longer than that, but they still don't take too long. But you know, whoever has a PC, I don't care what version you get. Do play this game if you want. It's pretty fun, and I definitely recommend it. Is it the best game in the world? No, but it's definitely a lot better than some of the other licensed games I played back in the 6th gen gaming, back in my childhood on the PS2. This is a fun game. If you see it for cheap, which it is on all 3 consoles, then go pick it up. It's fun. Anyway, thanks for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I may not have talked about much, but that's because it's a licensed game. There's nothing to talk about in a licensed game. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Now, there is a question that you might have raised into your mind, or followed the site that you're watching this on, but there is still one question that is unanswered. Will I review Crash Bandicoot 3 or Sly Cooper next? And what's my answer to that question? I don't even know, but you will find out in my next review. And you might be wondering, what will my next review be if it won't be Crash Bandicoot 3 or Sly Cooper? Well,
I don't fucking know.
also, please subscribe to this guy on YouTube. His name is Square Eye Jack. Look him up right now. Subscribe to him. Got a link to his channel on my YouTube page. So subscribe to this guy. His videos are awesome. The end. Dios os motos!